Power 94, home to the morning hustle. Ash Nicole here in the midday, and I got a very special guest in the building. She's from hot Atlanta, Qnova. What's up, boo?
What's good?
Q, thank you first for coming down. 2, thank you for making great music for the girls,
No
like
problem.
for myself. So, Q, I just want to know, how did you get into music?
Just listening to my family over time. I had family members that did music, so I said, man, let me try for myself. And come to find out, I was pretty dope at it, so I kept at it.
That's good, and I always say, like, everybody has someone that they looked up to in the industry. So who are some of the top, like, female rappers in the day? Like, the original girls that used to run rap. Who do you say that you could, like, look up to?
I could look up to, when I was a little girl, my mom, she listened to, like, Queen Latifah, even Mary J. Blige, because I'm a singer as well. So I do a little bit of singing. Yeah. Gangsta Boo, you know, so coming around that type of era pretty much inspired me.
And I know that we were talking earlier about you being an independent artist, some of the pros, some of the cons, but you had more pros than cons about it. So if you have any advice for anyone who wants to become an independent artist, what are some of the things that they need to know up front?
I would say network, touch the elbows of a lot of people that's in the industry already, build relationships, and just show that you're a genuine person. Yeah.
And I know that you did a festival earlier. Was it like May 7th, I think you did a festival? So when you do things like that, how do you reach out to these coordinators to get put up on this lineup?
Well, I actually did it last year, so they remember me from last year. So I did one on the 7th, just passed at the Sweet Urban Festival. It's one of Atlanta's popular festivals they have every year. And it went so well that they asked me to come back on the 8th. So
you booked a busy.
Booked and busy.
But that's how we love to see it. So you said that you sing too.
Oh yeah.
So how did you learn that you can actually sing? Because I know me, girl, I be in the shower singing all the time, and I know I just cannot sing. So how did you realize, like, okay, I sound pretty good? I
believe years ago, I think I hit some type of note. I don't even know why, and I was like, oh, hold on, I had some little vibration in that one. So
look, that kind of felt good in my spirit. But that's good. So I always say, like, when someone goes into the studio, what's the vibe that you go? Some people have it. No one else could be in there. It has to be the producer and the artist. Sometimes the artist just like to be. So what is your vibe when you go to the studio?
Well, I just like meeting people. I like talking to people. I'm a people's person. So whether we have people in there or not, you know, it doesn't matter because I like people.
So where do you draw, like, some people get inspiration. So where do you find your inspiration when you start doing your music? Like, what place do you go to mentally to just write a song?
Depending on the track, that's the type of feel it gives me. And I start writing, whether it's hip hop, whether it's, you know, my favorite genre is EDM.
Really?
Yeah. So, you know, I'm working on a little bit of EDM, depending on where the track takes me. But I felt like, you know, the new track that I just did, Talk Your Talk Sis, it's something for us females, and we need that empowerment.
We do, and we're going to talk about that track coming up, because what I found really interesting is when you gave the bio, I was reading, it's not a lot of artists that can say who's independent, I have my music being played over in Europe. So when you had that happen, like, basically, how did that happen?
My manager, she actually reached out to some people out there. She reached out to some producers, another radio personality guy, and he heard my track, and he was willing to play it. So
that's dope to know that even if you haven't been there yet, your music has already touched people there.
That's a blessing.
So that's like a huge blessing. Now, Talk Your Talk Sis, that's a record. I like it. It's kind of one of those ones that, you know, me and my girls about to go out. We're about to have a good time.
Okay.
So when you wrote that one, what place were you in for that single?
I wanted to do something for us, for the women. You know, we're constantly working hard, especially the women that just got so much stuff they need to keep intact and balance on an everyday basis. You know, when you finally get some time out to yourself with your homegirls, you want to have fun, turn up, you look good.
Okay.
You're handling your business, taking care of home, working, then talk your talk, sis.
So how do you handle, like, real life and music life? Or do they ever sometimes, like, clash head on? Or do you try to keep them separate? How do you do that?
Well, when music happens, it just happens. Whether I'm in the middle of doing nails or doing hair, you know, if it's something that could help me better my career, then I basically put things things aside to, you know, balance my life with music, whatever it takes.
That's dope, because a lot of times I feel like people can either be so involved in their music that they kind of don't even give themselves the personal care to have the family time, friend time.
Yeah.
But to find that balance is really good. So look, Coming up, I'm going to let you introduce your new single, Talk Your Talk, sis.
Talk your talk, sis.
Period. All right. It's Power 94.